Good morning and welcome back to the channel. You can see we got water behind us. We're in a boat. This is not a fall fishing video. This is actually spring of 2025, mid-April, and yeah, I'm really surprised to be out here. Actually, it's April 11th, and you know, up in I'm not near home. I went south a little ways. I'm actually down in South Dakota and fishing some of the waters down there. Buddy told me that the lake was iced out. Actually, it's been iced out for at least a couple weeks now, I suppose. So we're gonna come down here and check it out. Water temps are still pretty cold, so they're probably still out a little bit deeper. But we'll check things out. We'll figure it out and see what we can make out of this day. But hey, even if we only catch a couple, or even if we get skunked, it's just great to get out on the water again, and great to test out all the electronics. You know, I put those new batteries in, so I really want to test them out. Unfortunately, it's not going to be really windy today. I say unfortunately, I'm really not sad about that. But I do want to test these batteries out in a full day's worth of wind. I want to see actually how great they really are. We are on Bigstone Lake, and this is what I'm calling the Jurassic Park for the north of bass. The potential for me to break my PB here is probably the greatest, and my PB is, you know, just under 6 pounds. So I mean, it's not really that great, but you know, it's I've heard a lot of good things about this lake. You can have good days, you can have really good days, you can have some bad days. It just all depends, and it's just that's fishing. That's just the way it goes. But this is a long intro. I just wanted to, you know, give you guys some little bit more of information of today, what's in store. We're gonna probably be out here for a couple more days too, and just kind of fart around. And I think there's the ramp. I think we're just gonna start on some points here. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start on a couple of points, just fish these a little bit, and then just to take a look around. And then we're about middle of the lake, and then we're probably gonna go to the south end and check things out there too, or north. I hear the south end's a little bit better, but I don't know, we'll play it by ear and see what we can find. But let's enough chatting, let's get after it. Oh my gosh. I got a giant pike on right now. I mean, a giant pike. This thing's huge. I'm not sure if I caught that, but he came up. I thought it was a huge carp for a second. Just trying to tire him out. I think he's gonna thrash the boat here if I'm not careful. Thick boy too. Oh man. Oh, I gotta get him in because I think something's kind of funny here. This is a giant pike. and I have to cut my line because he's wrapped all up in it. Crap. Look at this guy right here. Holy, that's a big pike. Did not expect him. He's got something. Oh, he broke my rod tip. Shoot. Yeah, he sure did. Okay. Man, he hit that. I was not expecting that. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you guys very well. See if I can hang on, grab one for you guys. Oh my gosh. Look at this pike. Huge pike. Wow. Thing's gorgeous. Not what I'm looking for, but man. Big pike. Fat. Let's get him back in the water. There she goes. The bullet. Well, I'm not even sure how much of that I got. I'm not even sure if you guys saw the initial strike, but I'm just trying to find I'm just checking water temperatures. All I'm doing in these bays. I know they're probably not moving up yet. It's about 46. But man, that was a surprise. I was just cast out there, just started reeling in, and he hit it right at the boat. Didn't even like hammer it either. Just came up and just bit it. I didn't even know what I had. That's a fat pike. It's probably the fattest pike I've ever caught. Probably the heaviest. It's probably about I didn't want to take time to measure it because I don't have my board ready or anything like that. And actually, I don't even know if I have a board long enough. I think he's longer than 36 inches. I don't know. We'll never know. But it was a long pike, fat one. That was a lot of fun. Broke my rod though. Not real excited about that, but I'm gonna get back around here and start looking around, see if we can't find any bass. And I am gonna probably have to go deeper, so stay tuned. Marked 4 fish out there, probably about 50 feet. They're cruising now. Go. There's a fish. White bass. It's Actually kind of a nice white bass. Last time I grabbed one of these, they hooked me, so I'm going to be careful this time. There we go. Unhook them in the net. There we go. There he is there. Nice little white bass. There was 4 of them swimming together. Wasn't quite sure what they were, if they're largemouth, but there's a school of them. Let's go back in there and see if they're all white bass or not. That's a good one. We're hooked up. I don't know what it is. It's banging down, so I don't even know if it's probably not even a bass. It is a bass. Oh my gosh, this is the first one. First one, and it's a solid one. I'm almost up here. There we go. Get my pliers help. Oh, okay. Yeah, look at that one. Wow, that came real late. One of these out. Without hooking myself, I am not going to grab one. He's got a mouthful like that. I've already been hooked once. I don't have any help to take the hook out this time, so there we go. Now I can do it. He's not like a giant one, but he's nice. Over this way. There, you see him a little bit better. He's got something a little going on with his fin there. Awesome. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, he's been chewed up over here too. We're not going to weigh him, but that's a nice fish. Yeah, we are going to weigh him. This is my first Bigstone bass. Let's weigh him real quick. Haven't used the Bubba for a while. Okay, let's see here now. Well, he's almost a 4-pounder, 313. That's a nice fish anywhere you go. But here, The land of giants, looking for bigger. All right, let's get this beautiful fish back in the water. There she goes. I don't really know if I learned anything from that other than I switched jerk baits. So I threw, and it's probably just because of a depth thing, I switched jerk baits to the Guggen Squad Scout. Now I was using a Rapala X-Rap before, and it looked like it was doing fine. I thought I was getting down a little bit too deep, like about 6 feet, and I didn't want to get down that deep. And this one was getting down to about 4 or 5. Sorry for the camera, but that's just kind of where I thought I should be. And yeah, I threw it out there. I threw a bladed jig, a couple different things, and I could just not get anything to bite. I can mark fish and stuff like that, but then they just weren't biting. I finally got one to bite. It was a good one, but for Jurassic Park here, quote unquote, yeah, not a big one for sure. Definitely not the big one that we're looking for. We're looking for 6+. So and they exist. There's a good amount of them in here. They exist from what I've been told and from what I've seen pictures of. So we're still in the hunt. It is late in the day. We got one bass. So I found some rock with some weeds mixed in with it on a point and kind of a ledge. And I let it sit for a while. Actually, I let the jerk. Usually I don't let it sit for too long, but I let it sit, and all of a sudden I felt the thump, and he was on. And as you saw, he had it in his mouth sideways, so they wanted it. So it looks like we're going to stick with the jerk bait a little bit more and see if I can find a bigger fish. I'm still going to keep an open mind with some of the other baits, but yeah, so it's starting to look up. Okay, let's see if we can get a giant. All right, so before I forget, the rod I was using for the jerkbait now is my Kistler KLX rod. This guy right here. This one says frogs and toad on it, but it's a 7-foot medium heavy, and this thing worked all perfectly. It did a phenomenal job handling that fish and getting them in there, getting them in without losing them. And I mean, the rod is super light, so easy to throw, and I'm having a good time with it. So I'm really digging these Kistler rods. They're really working out really well. Like I said, they're super light, a lot lighter than any other rod that I've used, and that helps through the day. When you're casting, you're making about 1,000 casts in a day. Well, maybe not 1,000, but you know, you're making a lot of casts in a day, and it makes it a lot easier on your muscles and your arms, your back, and you use a lot of muscles when you throw when you make a cast. So this saves on that on your body. It helps, so it's not as bad. Anyways, yeah, we'll get back at it here, see if we can get another fish. But just want to let you guys know, these Kistler rods, they're doing the work, and they're working out great. There we go, got another one. Largy. I think I kind of found what they're doing. Giant by any means, but there we go. Got him. Not a giant. We're not even gonna weigh him. He's probably only 2 pounds. Tails are bloody though. Looks like they're up doing their thing. Making beds. See that right there? For a sign. This is a male making bed for the female. Better get them back in there real quick. Didn't know where you wanted to go. Cool. Okay. Well, you know, that's the second one on the jerkbait here. And I don't really know if it's. I don't really think it's like brand or color. I can't say if it's color specific, but I know it's not really brand specific. But it's just more of a how you get the bait down there, how you present it to them. And right now, the Sugan Squad Scout is doing the trick. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it. For you guys, it was a short video. For me, it was a long day. You know, a lot of times you just don't know what you're going to get when you go to a new lake. You can do all the research you want, but the conditions and everything, they always change. So keep that in mind. Now, this is the earliest I've ever been out bass fishing, so I knew it could be tough. So I'm not really surprised, because haven't been out this early before. Like this is like almost like first ice out. And typically I'm not out this early because usually I'm out in, you know, for the Minnesota opener. And it's just, since this is border water there, and it borders with South Dakota, it's open all year round. So it's a little bit different. That's why I'm here. But yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is. We did catch a couple of them. I think I finally got onto a pattern of what they were on. It was boulders and kind of like isolated boulders, but there had to be weeds nearby it. And yeah, I was with the jerkbait. I threw a bunch of different baits out there. I had a couple that looked at it, and many that just wouldn't. You know, I had a couple that looked. A couple of baits that the fish would look at and chase, follow, but they wouldn't bite it. But I had a lot of baits where the fish didn't even blink an eye, didn't even notice it was there, didn't even care that it was there. So it is what it is. You know, it wasn't a real bad day. It was a tough day. Could have been better. But hey, well, that's all right. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get and come back out here again and figure out. I think what I started figuring out was that they're starting to make the beds. The water temperature is still too cold for them to be spawning, but they are making beds, because I mean, actually, you guys saw it. Their tails were, both those tails were bloody, so that's a sign of them making the beds. So maybe it is coming around the corner here. I don't know. Some fish spawn earlier than others, so that could be maybe that some are trying to get it done early. I don't know, but yeah, the first time out with the batteries got drained down about 50%, and that's a bit more than I was thinking. But you know, I have a bunch of other stuff running off those batteries. It'll change once I get a different battery, and I can run everything, all my electronics off one separate battery instead of my trolling motor batteries. So there's that. Other than that, the batteries are running great. The Kistler Rods, phenomenal. They're working great. I mean, there's only a few fish catches on them, but so I mean, the casting and the weight of them and just the ease, and it's just, they're doing very well for me, and I'm very blessed to have them. So that's going to do it, guys. Long outro. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's been a little bit of a tough one today. Tomorrow I'll look to see if I can change it up a little bit. So, all right. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next video.